Yeah, 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 Urko. Hey, 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 look. Yo, what's up? I go by the name of Steph Urko, and welcome back to another episode of the Millennium Dungeon. How's everybody doing this wonderful weekend? I hope y'all had a great weekend. I know I did. Got some things done. Was productive. You know what I'm saying? Got right to it. It is what it is. You gotta make the best of it, even on this cold weekend in Philly. So, happy first weekend on Black History Month too. You know what I'm saying? We all know, and we talk about this on the podcast how important Black History Month is. Da da da. But like I said before, also on this podcast, let's not just stop at February when we talk about celebrating Black history or Black culture or Black whatever it is. Because the truth of the matter is, Black culture is American history. We basically make up a made up majority of what our this history is in America. So let's not limit ourselves to 28 days in a month. But Black history. All right. So this episode, a little different. We're going to be talking about football, but we're going to get to a little deeper into it. Hugh Jackson, if anybody knows, he is the ex head coach of the Cleveland Browns in NFL, and he was let go because they said he wasn't doing his job right, or he wasn't being a good coach. And you know how I work in the business, you know what I'm saying? Doing your job right, they gotta let him go. But apparently, since Hugh Jackson is one of the only black head coaches, he got the boot first. And then we go back to the Miami Dolphins and about Brian Flores, and he was in a press conference meeting, just like trying to low key exposing the NFL, saying like how is racism in the NFL when it comes to getting black coaches and stuff. And it's like people are all in shock, like what racism, da da da. Like I can't believe he said that out of all people. And it's like I don't know why people are surprised at this. I've been saying this for years. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of one of the reasons why I really kind of lost interest in the NFL. Like I still watch it during the playoffs and see who goes to the Super Bowl, but it's just like a little piece of my love for NFL kind of went down the drain after the whole Colin Kaepernick thing, like years ago, because I seen the racist bull crap that happens. But people want to just ask me how I feel about the whole situation with Hugh Jackson. So I'm just gonna let you know. I'm not surprised. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not even going just compare it to football. You know what I'm saying? Let's just compare it to anything else, like the workplace. Most of the time, if and you're a black person, you already know this. Most of the time, when you see a black person or a person of color get into a certain position of power, now obviously it's going to be expectations. And what I mean by expectation is you're going to have to go above and beyond to do that job. Like if you work for a company and you get hired to be a certain manager at a certain firm, 9 times out of 10, your expectations are going to be higher than somebody of another race. They're going to expect you to be more proficient. You get what I'm saying by that? So when you're in a certain level of power as a black person and you don't meet that requirement, it's it's like a double knockout. Because not only do you get that power taken away from you from like a snap, you know what I'm saying, with no hesitation or no second chances, but it also puts in question of getting somebody of your race to get hired in that same position as well. Like example, if you get hired as a manager at your job, right? Man, you've been there for months and you're not performing the way they want to, and they fire you. Not only does that mess it up for you, but it also messes up for certain black people who want to get that same position as well. Because as soon as you try to apply for that position, the people that and hire them, and I'm not going to say no names because we all know what we're talking about when we say people higher than you. Okay, they're going to look at their application and be like, "We want to hire you, but I remember like somebody that looked just like you months ago while they did their job, and we're going to judge you based on how they did," which is messed up to say. It's messed up. But as black people, when it comes to getting to a certain level of power, we don't got the same privileges or the same comfort to fail as other races. You know what I'm saying? Either we gotta come in and do the job, or we're 100% excellence, or we not getting the job at all. That's period. You know what I'm saying? So with this NFL thing, with the football coaches, I'm not surprised. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not surprised. Like, I look at a head coach like a Mike Tomlin on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Personally, he's one of my favorite coaches, not only because he's black, but what he's done for the Pittsburgh Steelers like franchise is amazing to me. As a black coach, he's one of the youngest black coaches to like go to the Super Bowl and stuff like that. All that, and this is like what he's done is amazing. But like, if he was doing a bad job, oh, you best believe they would have took that power right from him. He would have been fired, but he's not though. And like, he goes hard for his job. You know what I'm saying? Because not because I don't think it's because he wants to. He knows he don't got no choice but to go hard. Because if he doesn't, then that power's going to get taken away from him. And I'm saying all this to say this, like, as black people, we really gotta be cautious on when we say, oh, what racism really is, or we try to look at it through a surface level and stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, or like, we got to be cautious when we think about, oh, I'm not going to do my job, or I'm going to half-ass something if I like it, if I don't like it the way I want it. You get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you're messing it up for yourself, and also people that of color that want to get in the same position as you. Because we all know when people of other races, they get into certain like job positions and stuff, all they have to do is be mediocre, and they can still either one continue to do their job, or if they do get on their job pulled away from them, then somebody else that looks just like them is going to do that job in the same exact way, no problem at all, until they get fired, and then somebody else that looks just like them is going to get in that power and do the same job as them. The cycle continues. Well, black people, when we get a job position, we gotta be good at it. Like, we definitely have to be good at it. So I'm not surprised. Racism in the NFL? No. You just look at the Colin Kaepernick situation years ago. You know what I'm saying? How they did him dirty over him on taking a knee against racial injustice and police brutality. Man, my man took a knee. He didn't even say like, "Yo, I'm not playing football no more." He just say during the national anthem, "I'm taking a knee." And you see how they did him dirty, which is crazy to me, because you think about the NFL, which is 70% black. It's just like, how you gonna make money off the players, but you ain't gonna want to hear their concerns? You making money off them. They're making you billions and billions of dollars, but you ain't gonna want to hear their certain concerns that go on in their everyday lives. Come on. You know what I'm saying? That, like I said, it's the BS for me. And with this whole situation with the Brian Flores out in the NFL about racial discrimination and stuff, or like the whole thing with Hugh Jackson, I'm not surprised. You know what I'm saying? That's just the NFL. Look at their owners. A lot of them are like just old, come from old money. You know what I'm saying? And we know what the kind of values and morals that brings. Just saying. But anyway, also I want to talk about the just lightly about the whole Joe Rogan and Whoopi Goldberg thing. Now I'm gonna start off with Whoopi Goldberg. Obviously, we know Whoopi Goldberg's actress, comedian for years, and also she's been on the show, the hit television show The View, for several years now. She's one of the panelists on there, which she's great at her job. You know, they were having a conversation about the Holocaust, and she said her certain views on it, saying how it wasn't a race thing; it was more based on religion. And obviously, she's been getting criticism for weeks about it now, and she even got suspended for 2 weeks with no pay. She's losing money, and because they said it was insensitive for her to do that and stuff. So the people at the head people at ABC pulled the plug on her and suspended her, and they made her apologize. First of all, I don't know why you made somebody apologize then to suspending them, but that's just my personal opinion. But was she wrong what she said? I mean, it depends how you look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think she should have worded her, use her words better. I think she should have did more research on it. Well, do I think she was necessarily wrong? No. The show was called The View. The whole purpose of this show is to get different perspectives from different people on certain subjects. So basically, it sounds like y'all just suspended her for doing her job. Like that's basically what you did. That's like going you watching Sports Center and like a Shannon Sharp or somebody like that. They just like getting mad at somebody for critiquing a football player for not doing his job. Then him getting suspended. He's getting paid to do that. He's getting paid to critique other things. If you don't like it, yeah, you don't like it, but you can't get mad at them for doing their job. And if you go back and look at the clip of what she said, it wasn't even offensive to like Jewish people, like all like that. She wasn't like saying, I don't like Jewish people or this isn't real. The Holocaust wasn't real. She didn't say none of that. She was very respectful, as she should be. The Holocaust was a real thing and it was a terrible thing that happened. But she should have just worded it better. But I feel like people just went all overboard on social media about it and just got on their feelings. And now she's getting knocked out in the ring. If I'm going to use that analogy, she's getting knocked all around the ring for that. But I use that analogy with the whole thing with Joe Rogan, who obviously we hear about him now for the last 2 weeks too, because he's getting critique for like on him using the N-word on his episodes and stuff. And there's a clip, if you go on YouTube, that he was telling a story about him and his friend going to Philadelphia and going to a black neighborhood in Philly and comparing it to the Planet of the Apes. Now I've yet to hear Spotify say that, yeah, we gotta take down your whole show, or yeah, you gotta lose money for this. I heard them say, yeah, we gotta take down some episodes, but he's still getting money. He's still getting paid to do his job. So I use that just to say, like I said before with the whole football thing, it's just like when certain people get into certain levels of powers, like when I say certain people, I mean black people, we gotta be very careful on what we do and what we say. Otherwise, our power is going to be pulled just like that. Where people of other races, they can afford to make mistakes. They can afford to learn from their mistakes. You know what I'm saying? They get extra lives, like like a game of Pac-Man or an arcade game. You know what I'm saying? They get extra chances to do certain things, and just that was just my bad. I'll learn from this time. Where people like us, we don't we don't really get second chances on something that severe. So obviously, I just say all that to say it's just like if you're a person of color and you're you have a certain job. Now, I'm not even talking about if you're famous or not, nothing like that, or have a platform. If you're at a job, you're a manager or whatever, you're a CEO, whatever. You know what I'm saying? If you just gotta realize the power that as black people we hold when we get into the top. You know what I'm saying? It's not an easy route for us because all people are looking for you to fail. You know what I'm saying? You can't afford to make mistakes because not only is it ruining it for yourself, but it's also ruining it for other people that look just like us. Because there's plenty of us that want to go to the top right along with people that look just like us. But sometimes we can't get that chance because a person that was 3 seats ahead of us that looked just like us, that had that same position, they said something or did something that messed up. Now the people that's at top, they saying, we can't let you up here because the person that last time we looked let somebody up that looked just like you up here, they messed it up. So you stay down there. And I know people go and say, oh, you just exaggerate. But that stuff happens every day. You know what I'm saying? That's why the sad part about it is, as black people, whatever we do, we have to be more than exceptional. You know what I'm saying? We have to be the best of the best at everything we do. Otherwise, we just don't get a second chance. It is what it is, though. The sad truth. I know that was kind of deep, but I just want to talk about that, Yay, Black History Month. That's the first weekend, but we have to deal with this crap, but it is what it is. But anyway, I go by the name of Steph Urkel, and thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Peace.
Yeah. Urkel.